What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. I hope everybody's having a lovely day, and I hope everybody's ready to run through the TA pretty quickly. So we're going to make this one a quick one because I am recording this one at, come over here, let's go a little like that. We're recording this one at 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is because if I do want to record this another time today, it is going to have to be 9 to 10 at night, and I do not want to do that because yeah, I just don't. So we're doing it now, and I don't think much is going to change about the TA between now and then. So that is why I'm perfectly fine with doing this. Now I do want to I'm going to remind everyone here, guys, this is just the beginning of the move. All right, we literally just got here last time after you got your first weekly rejection off of that. You had that, and then from there you went down from that week. So we would be on this week right here because you had your week right there, then you had there. But again, history never repeats itself. It always rhymes. All right. But either way, what I'm pointing to is we have a lot more downside to go. Okay. That was like $50 on SPY, 500 points on SPX to go. All right. That's a lot of money to be made on put contracts. All right. And by the way, you could just look at VIX, and I believe it tells an even better story. Look at this bad boy right here. You can clearly see this is literally the first week. All right, this is literally this week out of this whole run. All right, it is just starting. The fun is just beginning. So hey, if you missed out, you're literally getting a prime time opportunity to re-enter. Now, I will say right now, the opportunity was up here. You're coming up here. All right. Oh, just a disclosure before we go further into the video and really jump into the TA here. I am out of my calls. I am all out of my calls, and I have just started re-entering puts. I got half of my desired 390 January 20 puts. I got nothing else yet. So my plan is I'm going to be buying the 390 puts for January 20. Those are going to be worth $4,000 by the time we get back down to lows. Actually, $4,200, I believe. Yeah, $4,200. All right. I got in there for they were in the 960s, so that means I will be in for a 300% gain by the time we do get down there. Now, I do think there's going to be a better entry on those, which is why I didn't enter the full position. But I entered a decent ass chunk of it because, hey, there's a chance that was it, and we start going down. I don't know. All right, I have no idea. I have no crystal ball. All right, so I'm gonna do what I believe is safe, and I happen to be rather conservative with my entries and exits. Which is why I am usually either early to the party or, yeah, early to the exit. That's pretty much it. Which that's why I enter in halves and thirds, because I always want to make sure I'm getting my foot in there. But like, hey, I fully acknowledge that, hey, like the desirable entry is up here, 396 to 398, in my personal opinion. All right, personal opinion. But hey, you got a little bit of a bear flag right there. But yeah, guys, I sold most of my calls up here. I sold 2/3 up there, and then I waited, and I ended up getting out right here when I saw this bearish divergence pop up in the 3-minute chart. And luckily, I decided to also grab the put. So that was pretty sexy exit and entry right there. Exit on the calls and entry on the puts right there. And if anybody, guys, if anybody is in the same situation as you got out of all of your puts, even though you definitely should not have at the top, and now you are re-entering, which, guys, I'm just saying, this is a stressful scenario that I put myself in. I will not be doing this in the future, right? I will be buying separate puts to literally hold for the move, all right? And that's what I'm doing with these January 2390 puts. I do believe they're going to go about $40 into the money with well, actually, I don't have a time frame for that, but let's just say within the next few weeks. All right, let's say next 2 to 3 weeks. I do expect that we are probably going to be testing lows, so I guess that would be by the end of December. But again, I got no crystal ball, so yeah, I got no way of knowing when that is going to be the case. All right, so let's start going over the TA. We're 4 minutes in. All right, yeah, all right. First of all, I hope everybody's killing it. Okay. Now, if you were following my Twitter, I actually did I did comment about this yesterday. I mean, obviously, it was in the update that we were going to be bouncing, which we are bouncing. And yes, guys, we're still nailing it. Still completely nailing it. But yeah, if you were on Twitter, you actually would have known about I was taking the profit and entering the puts. But again, I mean, I'm not a genius. I have no crystal ball. I have no way of knowing if that was a good entry. I just know, like, hey, that's going to secure my bag, and I want to secure the bag. So I'm doing it because again, I made a dumb decision and got out of all the puts. I should not have gotten out of all the puts. I had such a great entry, dude. Such a great entry up here. That's so sexy. And now we're all the way down here. All right. So, like, lesson learned. All right. Lesson learned, and the lesson will be used to my advantage in the future. All right. So, let's go into the TA. We're going to start off with the daily charts. As you see, we got a breakout from our rising wedge here. And if you come over to VIX, you got your breakout from the falling wedge over there, and you got a day of continuation. Now, I will say you have your stochastic starting to hinge here. You have your stochastic starting to hinge upward here from oversold lines. All right, and you also have your CCI starting to hinge, and your RSI is hinging right at that 50 mark, right about where it was over here, where we then carried on higher. Now, we can actually end up exploding back upwards, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're just going to come back up here to this to this bottom trend line of our wedge. And I think we might grind up here until Friday. And then I think we get a drop off of PPI data. Now, I will also say all of your daily time frames, all of your daily oscillators are oversold. Well, not all of them. The RSI isn't oversold on these, but you do have your stochastic already reached down into oversold territory on QQ, SPY, SPX, DIA, almost there. IWM definitely, like, saying, guys, there's a case to be made for getting that back test here and maybe seeing these oscillators rise a little bit. Maybe we come halfway back up there for Friday and then we come back down. Or maybe PPI is good, guys. Maybe PPI is good and really gives us a catalyst to bring this back up here. And then, boom, we have another decline, a heavy decline. I have no idea. All right. I have no idea. That's why I've only entered the January 390 puts at this time. All right, and only half of them, because I think there's a solid chance we do end up coming back up to do that. If we're gonna fall, guys, it's not gonna be from these levels. All right, look at where we are. You look at your 4-hour time frame as well. You are already in oversold territory. Now, yes, you can fall from these levels. You can. All right, I pointed out, hey, structure wise, guys, if you lose this right here, if you lose the 390 level right here, yeah, you really have no support. I mean, you got this little thing right here at 285, but all in all, you're probably going to come down and fill that gap almost immediately. It would be the same exact thing for QQ. You started to lose your footing today in pre-market, and then you ended up catching that. And then also we look at the 1-hour time frame, and you have a bullish divergence. Now, this was the biggest tell for we are going to be rising. I saw this, I was very happy. Very happy. But you do have that bullish divergence going on your CCI, 1-hour CCI there. And it still has room to run, all right? When divergences form, you typically see them go to the opposite region over here. So the bullish divergence got to go up here, and boom, there you can say the bullish divergence played out. It fully played out and went to the other side. You crossed into your sell line. All right, so there's that. But yeah, all in all, guys, it really does look like you are going to be pushing up into the end of the week, just like I said in yesterday's report. That's why I'm recording this video earlier. I don't think anything's going to change, and if anything, I think I'm going to say these things, then by the end of the day, maybe we start ending up pushing up to 396, 397 on SPY. I don't know. But also, there's a chance you just grind sideways here today, and then you end up making your push just tomorrow. Like either way, you have time to kill. So it's in dealer's best interest to try and kill time value and decay that theta. All right. So I think that is pretty much it. Let's see if we see anything on the 15-minute time frame. No, you don't really see nothing. Yeah, not really. I think that is pretty much it, guys. But just remember, guys, this really is the beginning of the move. All right. So like if you did miss out on the price action already, I'm just letting you know. Like even if you were to buy, like, yeah, you're probably going to be in a little red because we're probably going to get that push I speak of, right? We're probably going to get the push going to Friday if that's going to be a bearish catalyst, which I think it is. I think FOMC is going to be a bearish catalyst. We have the weekly oscillators all the way up here. Somehow we have to get back down here. We have to get these things back down here on the weekly time frame. The only way that happens is with a narrative change. All right, you've had like this massive Fed pivot narrative that's been going on. You've had all of the people that actually use their brains are like, what the hell is all this? Like, I'll write it, but holy crap, I'm gonna call everybody out on their like literally just idiocracy here. Like it's not gonna happen. And someone pointed out, yeah, when the Fed pivots, historically, yeah, guys, that's when we start seeing the stock market go down like pretty massively. you like it's normally not the bottom. Now that's also conflicting because I've seen several videos pointing this out, and I've looked at it myself, just like on Google with just data points found on there, like dates, and looking at myself, and then I've watched videos about it, and I've seen differences. All right, I remember Meet Kevin made a video about it, and since I think like 2008, whenever the Fed pivots, that's the bottom, or maybe it was the dot-com bubble. I don't know. And then I watched another video, and I've watched two videos saying that the Fed pivot does not equal it does not equal like a bottom in the stock market, and like both of them, they both made their point. So I got to go back and look for myself, like, hey, which one is right here? All right, is it me, Kevin, or is it like the other? Is it the other two people that I watched? Right? Because all in all, I have no idea. All right, I have absolutely no idea. So. But yeah, that's the whole reason you were rallying. So I guarantee you were about to see a narrative change. Like you think that didn't happen over here? You had your I'm pretty sure we had a positive we had a CPI miss. It was right over here. I'll actually show you guys the day. Come right over here, and I know how it looks on QQ. The candle was this bad boy right here. Yeah, Wednesday the 10th, August 10th. And shortly after, yeah, I mean, even though that was a solid report there showing like, hey, maybe we hit our inflation inflection point. Well, then you started selling off massively. So, I mean, like all in all, dude, like TPI could be positive, and then we could have FOMC still throw a wet blanket on the fire. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea what happens. Don't crystal ball. All right. But I am going to be here with updates each and every day. And tomorrow's update will also be taken early. I will also be recording that around 12 o'clock and get that out to you guys. Because again, it's the same exact scenario. But after that, no, we're in the clear. We are good for normal timed uploads. So let's look at DXY real quick before we get out of here, and then let's look at our girl Mara, because that is something that I got very close to starting to get today. But I fully realize if we're already down here, then holy crap, it's probably going to go down and fill a gap. You do have that bullish divergence we pointed out a couple videos ago over here. I think that was in the weekly update and in the one before that. And that is most likely going to be playing out. And then you have this weekly chart suggesting like, hey, DXY is hitting its bottom and we are about to rally massively on it. All right, like straight up, this is where you consolidate or you start bouncing back. All right, you started bouncing back massively there. You started bouncing back massively there. Let's just look at the run we actually went on. It probably wasn't that big, but let's just see. You had a 4% run. Nice. A 4% run. That would bring us right back up to 110, right around there. Either way, you get what I'm saying. All right. When DXY goes up, equities go down. When VIX goes up, equities go down. DXY and VIX are both going up. This is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, let's look at our girl Mara. All right, and then we will get the heck out of here. And this is why I got very close today from accumulating, because we were just entering our zone here. I almost like decided to put half the account into, not half of my trading account. I got one account that's designated tomorrow. It has around $11,000 in it. It's designated tomorrow. I am not doing anything else but buying Mara shares at opportune times with that account. And I plan on riding it back up, which means like during our short squeeze, all right, on the market, not only like I think your boy is going to pass 100K there. So not only is that going to be happening with my normal account, but we're also going to have the Mara account. And hopefully very quickly we end up coming back up to this level up here, right up here at 20 bucks. And I get a 300% gain on 10 grand. So then I go up to 40 grand. So hopefully that is like how I'm planning things out. That is how I see things working. And that is if I start accumulating now. All right. But I think there's a solid shot now that we are down here already before the market has really started selling off, which means Bitcoin really hasn't started selling off either. I think there's a solid shot that we are going to, Mars going to be coming down and maybe filling this gap at 350. I don't know if it's going to happen, but like I'll start accumulating somewhere in this zone. I will start buying in. All right. It could be today if I really just like, if I FOMO. All right. But at the same time, I guess I didn't FOMO because I waited for the most perfect entry possible on Mara. Or is that gap fill going to be the most perfect entry? Or are we going to go down there? I don't know. We're going to have to just keep on watch. But hey, guys, Mara will always be in the updates. That's why it's on the weekly watch list. It's the one stock that I plan on to continuously trade for an indefinite amount of time. I don't know. Maybe it's around till the day I die, and maybe I trade it. I don't know. No idea. Probably not. I do want to point out, guys, I found out that this exists yesterday. So this is something that I'm going to learn how this works, because currently I actually don't know. I don't get how this works. I don't. So I'm going to, before I really bring it to the channel and talk about it, I am definitely going to be figuring this thing out. Because as you see, it's Wednesday, December 7th. That's it today. So is this, I mean, I'm pretty positive this is just 9 days in the future. Like back here, if we compare this to VIX, we could pull up that thing right there. Compare that boy to Mr. VIX. All right. Come over to the daily time frame right here. All right, I'm pretty positive. Pretty sure we are. I don't know. The low be right here, so that's. See, is this that bar? I think it is. I think it is. All right, so I think that I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is 9 days in advance. This is how the market is seeing. Hey, what is volatility going to be like over the next 9 days? And it is predicting that, hey, we are going to be going up massively. All right. If that is the case, I do think that is going to be the case. But this is just another thing showing that this is going to be the case. All right. And we did run up to 36 on that one. Where did we run up here? So yeah, I mean, all in all, it is pretty spot on. All right. But I'm also going to have to figure out how it works, because it clearly doesn't exactly track ours, because we would have a clear as day falling wedge here when we don't here. A little skewed. Either way, guys, I am going to be adding that into the, well, I mean, we're going to see if this is capable of adding value into our analysis, and then we will consider adding it into the analysis. But I'm just letting you guys know it does exist, and I will be looking into it. All right, guys, with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.